Still has her music playing?
No, this is the music of the game.
Is it? This like little jazzy thing that's going on?
Yeah, this is the music of the game.
That's kind of nice. All right, lovely. All right, well, hello everybody. Welcome back to a Guidebook of Babel. We're a wee bit late today, but I think we still should be well in advance of being able to finish the game today. So
let's see if we can wrap this up.
Let's cross our fingers.
Hello, mate. Let's go, indeed. This is a little confusing. Like, I wish it would tell us. Like, it tells us the one that's new. Oh no, it does tell us who's new that we see here.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, it doesn't even matter who's new because it's just telling you who was where at what time, right?
Yeah, it's just that it's like, you know, oh, this is updated. You have to go check on it. And I, from what I remembered, I thought it didn't tell me. It didn't tell me who was like new added to the scene, but now I see it does. So, okay. Oh yes, we got this. The shoes. That's what it was.
2 years, 6 months, and 5 days, Lake whispered. It had been nearly 2.5 years since Lake had last seen her mother. Charlotte left in the early morning of a quiet day. Hearing your mother abandoned you, she's not coming back. Lake only argued softly. Mother will come back, and she said she would buy me a nice dress and hairband. But the truth was, they hadn't heard from Charlotte, and even the ringmaster didn't know where she'd gone. Some said she had drifted back to the old continent, while others say she had died in the sea.
Oh, do you want to real fast? Because I genuinely don't remember where we need to go next. No. Do you want to really quickly get the those mementos from Braith's section?
I mean, you can, sure.
We finished it. Oh, remember that mama crab is pissed off at us?
That is true. That's definitely not going to come up.
To bite us in the butt. Let's too far. So the first one.
Also, what did you do last time to make it so that way the screen wasn't blown out?
Oh, was it? You never actually told me if it was good for you
last week. It was like fine.
Okay, I can adjust that for you.
Okay, thank you.
Just gonna be bright for me. Yes, so bright. Is it good? We good?
You have to click on the screen. I can't see. Can you X out of this so I can see the? Yep, that looks totally fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm no longer being blinded.
You're welcome. The first one was in the shower. I remember that.
It was in here. Yeah. Because it's up here.
Yeah, look, we have it on us.
That's a little weird, but I get it.
Let's get him.
Do you remember any of the other ones? Or is it just this?
There was only one other one. That one I'm having a little bit of hard time remembering. I think we can just go now. I think we can leave this.
I think that makes sense.
Okay. Just doing some cleaning up the shop. Okay.
Do you want to go do that memento real quick?
Was it in this one?
No, I'm just saying you just got a new one. We can read it.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. This is another one of Charlotte's.
Oh, and it's the shoes that we literally just read. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Some gossip came from the girl she replaced, saying that she only had a few fancy dresses and that her makeup was crude and cheap. Some of the words were harsh, but Charlotte did not seem to care. She maintained her posture and attended various social occasions with prestigious guests. Maybe she was used to this kind of pampered life, and the circus's simple life was unbearable for her. That's what the girl who helped said. I didn't understand any of that, and just felt like she was like a star out of reach. This star that had a pleasant smell of makeup.
Okay.
I mean, that seems like it's Braith just kind of being infatuated with Charlotte, which I think is fair.
I think it was in here. Though. Do I remember
Oh,
where?
can I take while you're trying to figure this out? Can I take a quick moment to give the Black Myth Wukong update?
Oh, sure. I'm trying to lower the volume. I didn't realize it was so loud.
So,
Yes, please.
So in the
Apparently I
message that I
can-
sent to you, the joke of me saying like that you hate women, it was just a joke of like, typically when like this type of subject comes up, you're like, oh God. And so the joke was that you hate women. Obviously you don't, probably. But the
Hopefully. Yeah.
hopefully you don't hate women, I would hope. But the what you calls it? The over under was that early yesterday there was a report that came out that people said that in the like content agreement, like the streamers agreement for Black Myth Wukong, it said things along the lines of like, while playing this game, you are not allowed to discuss politics, you are not allowed to discuss China, and you are not allowed to discuss quote unquote feminist propaganda, right? And so obviously people ate that shit up because that's like crazy, right? But then, and this was the thing that I said live on stream yesterday, when I was looking at the Reddit again, it had since been updated where this like video game journalist, Scusi, he went back to look at the agreement that he signed, did not see any evidence of any of this stuff. Then he reached out to the company that made the game themselves and said, hey, did you make this document? Because there was a Google Doc that was being passed around like online as like proof of the agreement that people were being forced to sign, right? So he didn't see any evidence in the thing that he signed. And then the company said, we did not make this document. So he comes out on Twitter. Oh, is this it? Yo, wow. Good memory, Saba. Holy crap.
I genuinely did not remember that this guy was here, but
I mean,
think we have
good call.
now have all of them. Because the other one was in like the water, but we managed to get that because that was the level we got this at.
I think that is true. Sorry to wrap this up. So he came out and said that the rumors. Oh, hello, Mike. And by the way, Mike, you realize you don't have to actually come here. It's like I
don't know. I feel like
every
we've been cornered into
a. I'm just saying, like, I go over to Saba's stream to like listen to what she says in the VOD or whatever, and like the second thing, like first thing Mike says is hi. Second thing he says is I'm gonna go say hi to Zach so he doesn't throw a hissy fit, and it's like, okay, whatever you say, I guess. But the sorry, what was I saying? So he came out and said that the agreement that people were talking about was not real, right? Well, this morning, not only have a bunch of content creators come forth and said, yes, it is real, actually, because I signed it, but there was this other video game journalist who, instead of reaching out to the company, reached out to other content creators that, like, they had, like close ties to, and was able to get personal confirmation that, yes, in fact, it is true. The situation that had happened yesterday with the games journalist was that typically when a game is coming out and there's like early embargo type stuff, it's one agreement. Regardless of whether you're a journalist, a games YouTuber, like a Twitch streamer, whatever, it's usually one agreement, and you just sign it, and you're all good, right? But for whatever reason, they decided to do two separate agreements for Black Myth Wukong. One for reviewers, which did not have any of this stuff in it, and then one for like content creators, which said, because I have the tweet right here. It has do's and don'ts. Do's, enjoy the game. Don'ts, do not insult other influencers or players. That makes sense. Do not use offensive language or humor. A little broad, but I kind of get it. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishization, and other content that incites negative discourse. Okay, that's clearly one of the ones that people have problems with. But then there were other ones that no one mentioned. Do not use trigger words such as quote unquote quarantine, quote unquote isolation, or quote unquote COVID-19. That's explicitly stated
Isolation's
as
crazy.
do not talk. Keep in mind, this is a Chinese game made by a Chinese studio, so you can kind of see why they're trying to suppress that, I guess. And then finally, do not discuss content related to China's game industry, policies, opinions, news, etc.
Oh, that's their. Ooh, that's,
And so it's just like, and so it's like it's this really weird, like multi-layered thing where it's like, no, actually, it is true because, like, in your review, I guess you're allowed to talk about whatever because you're reviewing the game, but like they specifically targeted content creators being like, hey, don't fucking talk about anything because it's like, you know, and you can continue. Yeah, I'm about to say we can continue with the game if you want. I could see that you're not clicked onto the game, but I just wanted to, like, I don't know, it like I just thought that was crazy, I guess.
That last one is, yeah.
I would say maybe we can discuss in a second. We don't have to, but I just wanted to give that update because that was like, I don't know, I thought that was
Let's
crazy.
Just read this, and I think when we get back into the thing,
in retrospect, there was no difference between the morning and that morning and any other morning, except that it was hotter and the cicadas were noisier. Okay, East Asia. The acrobats were already practicing in the open field. I went out to fetch water to wash the horses. When I returned, people were gathered in the center of the field, and the ringmaster yelled at the top of his lungs to get everyone back, to work. The tiger trainer told me that Charlotte had left, but I thought I had heard wrong and asked again. The ringmaster sighed, and I learned that Charlotte had always wanted to leave the circus. She had made enough money for the ringmaster and went with some extra. After that, Charlotte disappeared for quite a while. Okay, so it seems like Charlotte came from an ideal, or like in her mind, at least like an ideal, like posh lifestyle, came on hard times, was accepted into the circus for like work, and then just like fucking left her child with like the simp who loved her. No wonder Braith looks so depressed all the time, man.
reasonable. So yeah, we finally unlocked the third one.
Yes,
which I think this is the pivotal one.
That is true. And I remember that. I remember last stream we were having trouble trying to figure out how to move forward because you were just missing like events from other scenarios.
Oh, and we could rewrite these. Yeah, okay. I think we actually even we saw it. We just didn't we haven't rewritten things. Yeah, I remember. The hidden story while peeping into Braith's brain. Okay, we need to go to here. We need to. Oh my God! Look, I'm so happy. At least they help us out with that.
Yes, because you need the rock worm. I forgot about that. So she's gonna get the orange one. So you need, yeah, there you go. Unless she just randomly decides to not do the orange one.
No, I think it was the orange one, just because of the image that we saw.
Can I have 5?
Of course. Take...
Who the fuck is this guy?
He just took our stuff.
What the fuck? What the hell? He's just a random asshole.
Okay, so we have to get.
All right. Well, at least you know what you're doing next, I guess. Oh, and is this how you get caught, like, conspiring with Thomas? Oh, it's a sting! Man, for a kid on stilts, they're really fast.
Wait, so it's like that what we even thought was gonna happen didn't even happen.
Well, I mean, not happened yet.
No, because I thought like they were gonna exchange it, and it's like maybe even though we didn't get that back, give it back to us.
Oh, maybe you could just give him the bag full of Val, right? Because he's just a greedy fuck anyway. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, we have enough. That pisses me off.
Yeah, it's really weird that there's just like a random jerk. Oh, and now we're in trouble. And then that's how you get arrested. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate that kind of stuff where it's just like, you say something that's like, I don't know the guy, and the other people are just like, you're clearly lying. We need to take. It's like, okay, thanks, dude. All right. Oh, we can rewrite something else.
I don't know what you would need to rewrite though, and maybe I just don't remember. But
oh, I think we had also. We already finished these. I thought we had found a solution to something. Oh, no. What's happening here? Oh. So that didn't happen. The only other one we have is this one. Oh, and yeah, this is just the one. Okay, we just did that. Okay, really fast. Let's go back into this. Oh no, that's unfortunate.
but I mean, even if you do find the other thing that you can rewrite, you might not have a reason to yet.
I'm just wondering if you recalled anything.
No, sadly.
What's in our inventory? This magical hat. Did we have a depressed person here? Maybe not. I just can't remember. It's been a little while. Let's go back to it was the stage here.
I think yes, because you want to use the rock snake to make the guy flee the little compartment, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're just holding the rock snake toy. Man, am I wrong in feeling that it almost feels like we just missed the scene where Thomas takes off the costume and it's revealed to be a kid? Because that's clearly the same guy, isn't it?
That. Yeah, they haven't told us like the disguise versus not disguise, but okay, so we just have to.
That guy just watching you infiltrate the camp.
Well, he's believing that I'm walking in to get my memory extracted or whatever, so.
I guess it's fair. What the hell? He turned into a bird ghost.
So they're birds?
So they are actually birds, I guess.
Well, I mean, okay, that makes sense with their outfits.
Are you gonna look like one of them, like in the sense? Because they're about yeah, you do not.
Oh, that's funny. Honestly, just punch that other guy. Get your worm back.
I was about to say, go back in time and rewrite it so that way you have already punched that man. Okay, so now, Jesus Christ. So now now you're wearing the what was the? Oh, now you can walk into that tent, right?
No, the point was, I mean, I guess it's like this area to Oh, also, we could get this guy out.
That's true, because you know the thing. Actually, do you remember it? It was from last week.
This is awkward. It was from the central state. I don't remember the difference between the central island and the central station.
We haven't referred to anything as the Central Island.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to him. Okay, okay, I failed. That's unfortunate. Well, it's okay. We'll focus on this for a second. I think we're good now.
People are comparing the how long it's been since Silk Song was announced.
Oh god.
And somebody pointed out, hey, did you realize that the wait for Silk Song, like the time we've had to wait, is almost twice as long as the US Confederacy?
Oh my god.
It's like, that's crazy.
Okay, so what was, I don't even remember, what was the stuff we needed from her, the information?
I don't remember, sadly.
Oh yeah, Lake being not dead. You know how much moonshine they've been drinking lately?
No.
True. That other part, to figure it out yourself, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks, because, I mean, I guess she could go find her mom, maybe. Okay, but okay, no, Braith, you didn't do anything. She was brought in on accident.
Bird.
What? Mandy tried to head to Arboretum, saying that she would repair the memento, but the CSS member stopped. Wasn't there a schedule somewhere that was like, do we have anyone who is repairing something? And the guy looked at it and says like, nope.
Oh gosh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. I remember that, I just don't remember where that is. I'm glad they just pop him in and be like, huh, that wasn't me. Why am I there? What are we talking about?
This is before Lake does all that stuff in the boiler, right? Or am I wrong?
This is before, yeah. I think she from here she goes there. Because Goffman wouldn't leave her.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you learned what you needed, which was to where Lake is.
We completed it.
You completed 7 quests.
Okay, that was the other ones that just... Oh, I thought we were going to be done with this, but we're here. Oh, I forgot that his face was different, his mask. The fact that... Oh no. He got in the same pot as us. That's unfortunate. We're kinda screwed. Okay, I need to really quickly just see if I can start...
What?
What? I don't understand.
That must be because you got to the end of Braith's storyline. That must represent you assembling like the final level where all the characters are there together.
Interesting. Okay, let me see if I can really quickly, because it was... Yeah. He is helping those people. Oh, okay. Because the crew members who would keep listening to the tapes, which affects them in a weird way, they get memory disorders. Oh, become delirious or wake up thinking they are humans. Oh, that's what happened to the captain.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That was interesting. This is the event.
Oh! Well, there's only one padlock. Oh, never mind, there's 2.
This one.
There you go, and that should tell you what to do.
Luckily, I think this will actually take me directly to where I need to go.
How convenient.
Thank God. Okay, it was here. Okay, I thought I remembered this.
Oh. Is this game perfect? No. Is it really cool? I think so.
It was this. We need to switch.
If I had to rescue Clark.
It was Rescue Clark, yeah.
If I had to give this game a review, I think I would give it neat, right? But I would write neat in like big bold letters, like big bold gold letters even, because it's like it's the epitome of like, huh, that's a clever idea. I like that.
It is indeed.
Because I don't even know if this game would have
be
been any better if they like left it in the oven for a bit. I don't think so. Butterfly effect.
I'm sorry, this butterfly looks borked right here for some reason. Looks like he's dying slowly. This one looks normal right here. Look at him here. Here he's dying
He's
internally.
a little wormy.
Okay. So what we resolved was her saving.
Saba, do you know who Brian Sanderson is? The author?
Yes, I do.
Prolific fantasy author and stuff. Wrote the Stormlight Archive. Well,
yes, my friend's talking about.
He finally teamed up with this like TTRPG company to make a tabletop version of like the Stormlight Archive. So they had a Kickstarter. I remember looking at this Kickstarter, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, last week maybe. Their ask, like how much they needed, was $250,000. I want you to take a wild guess where they are right now with 11 days to go.
Oh no, this sounds like a thing where they're very much behind.
I'll tell you that is not the case.
Oh!
Were
they already done?
They have
and working on another
They've
one?
blown past their goal. And I just want you to guess how much you think that they have with 11 days left.
You mean in terms of like monetary amount?
Yes. No, I want you to tell me how many scoops of ice cream they have, Saba. It's a Kickstarter.
I'm kind of distracted by the
no,
ice cream
I know.
I'm not sure. Should we do like should I say like $1 million or something? Because I know a lot of people like this author.
8.3 million.
That is even crazier.
That's fucking wild. I wanna check out the stretch goals. Did you not actually?
Because we did this. Mandy will go to the junkyard.
I mean, did you meet Mandy? Because this is the junkyard, but this is deeper into the junkyard.
Let me see if I can.
Like, can you not go backwards?
At the point I am right here.
This is the junkyard, right?
I've seen everywhere. I don't think so. That's the thing.
Have you seen everywhere since the butterfly effect?
I think so. Maybe here. This is the laboratorium.
Yeah.
Oh, she's here.
Oh, and is that the memento repair thing on her back?
I thought that was a boombox she just said she carried around.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to go, and then we're gonna have to stay in the cave, and when we find the,
Oh, the earring, you give it to her,
earring?
Meaning that she must be around. Yes.
Keep hiding. Luckily, we already did the other option, so we saw it. I don't need to deal with her right now. We're skipping. Oh.
The final thing on their list of stretch goals is only 1 million. What the fuck? Where are they?
I don't know. That's crazy though. I know people are really passionate about.
Because I've heard about the Stormlight Archives, but I've never read it before. Apparently, it's like really popular. I didn't know that.
My friend's really into That was Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson. So it's just
Bryan
like
Sanderson.
she's talked about it a lot.
That's crazy. And they have like an entire company working on this. That's crazy. Oh, cool.
Oh, the music! Someone's playing music now.
Oh, it's the two of them. It's the bandmates. Oh, and is that why the Monstars are not angry? Is because of the music?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you had to go back so far in the timeline just to get here. That's crazy. Oh my god, and she's just a walking safe zone. That's awesome. You bastards. Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, dude.
Oh, these two are in the containers.
Yes, that's what I said earlier. It is weird to think that they were always there. Uh-oh. Well.
I think he'll be fine, right?
Probably. Do we need a cassette tape or anything? This isn't the end of Patio's storyline, I don't think. I feel like comparatively, Patio didn't really do a whole lot in the narrative so far. She kind of just showed up and found the captain.
And she called him a crazy person, so... Peace.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. The slowdown.
A well-designed piece of machinery that makes a rhythmic kachak ding sound when struck. It presumably is a percussion instrument, so drums.
Well, no, kachak ding would be... No, that would be a...
But
No, a kachuk ding would be the typewriter. Ding, ding.
Oh.
What fucking drum makes a ding sound?
I don't know. There's few things that like make like different noises concurrently, so that's why my mind to drums. It seems that humans have a very shallow understanding of the entire universe, and probably think that this is the whole world. Not yet.
My goodness. Blush.
let's see this. Referred to as a sofa. It is colorful and gorgeous with soft and comfortable leather, one of the captain's favorites. Okay.
You don't want to read the rest?
There wasn't anything else, I'm pretty
You
sure.
didn't read the TV, I don't think? You didn't talk
I
to
did
the
read
other
that.
2 people? I mean, it's fine.
Oh,
You
these,
can just...
these guys are separate. Okay. Sometimes it's like when you talk with one person, they're all like, these 2 other talked, and so it's the same dialogue, but they're different, I guess.
So that was like, oh, there's nothing left, and I'm like, what?
No, I already, but I did look at this. It was just
did you
these
look
2.
at the TV? I must have missed it.
I did. It was just kind of fast.
What is this, by the way? Because clearly it's a museum of some kind, but for who?
I guess for the people of Babel.
But it was
right,
hidden in a tree. Oh, by the way, there's the Kachuk thing. You know that drum set?
Hey, you could make this into a musical instrument. It's
true. I think it's very musical.
Wait, why do we need to turn that off?
Oh, okay. Well, that explains what this is. It's a human memento museum by Thomas.
Patio is in some ways self-righteous, but like stupidly self-righteous. Like she has no idea what's going on, but she's like, I know the correct stuff, but she still like cries for her mom and dad.
It is weird that she constantly yells for mommy, daddy.
Tiago of the there you go, Thomas Brothers.
Thomas Brothers, so there's 2 of them? So it's
Must be.
And that's what we said, right? It's like I think it's 2 kids standing on each other's shoulders in a trench coat.
It must be, yeah.
And that explains it, because they have because this guy's hair isn't the same as Thomas's, but he still has the same feet. So it's Tiago and Charlie make Thomas.
See? Patio Goffman. Her grandfather or
my dad. Okay,
Goffman.
so
Yeah,
her
Maggie. That was her dad.
Okay. I mean, that's interesting, I guess. But I thought well, I guess Goffman could have multiple kids, but I thought his daughter was not Charlie, Charlotte.
My mom, our president, knew your father. She got yoinked.
Well, she left because
No, I know, but for them, she's like,
yeah. For them, she disappeared. Yeah.
One more?
You still have 2 scenes left to complete.
That's it. So this is it. This is the new one. We just have this one.
No, you have 2 left, because if you X out of this, the one right below it also doesn't have a check mark yet.
Oh, we didn't look at this, huh?
I think you looked. Oh no, yeah, you still haven't done this one. So yeah, so you have 2
there was
left.
no way.
Oh, this is the one where they crash in the ocean because the lights get turned out.
Yeah, I didn't figure out how I could, because if we looked at the power, right, there was nothing we could do to fix that. So let's
Could you not just draw the power from a different area?
I thought I had clicked all the options from what I recall.
I mean, I trust your memory, but maybe it would be pertinent to double check. Cause what's the problem? The problem with Ackman or whatever his name is, the problem with him is that they're trying to sail across like the ocean with no lights, which causes them to crash in the storm, right? So turning off the lights to the deck allows you to gain access to the fucked up eggs from this thing, right? Because the eggs were all busted, but it was good enough. So you still need that. Like, you still need the busted up eggs.
So...
Because Driftwood Forest, they're harvesting. Memory Factory, they're using. The deck is the thing that you took from, and then Central Station is where everyone is. So yeah, I mean, of these, the only one that makes sense is the deck. So is there a way that we can give... once again, I don't remember the actual guy's name. The chief of security. Is there a way that we can get him some sort of, like, super powerful light source at all?
I don't think so. I think the puzzle is to try to get another place excess energy, so it's fine to take from it.
But how do we do? But the only way to generate excess energy is to offer more dripwood or drip fruit.
Yeah, let me get out of.
Maybe you should actually do his next. By his, I mean the chef's. Maybe you should do his next chapter.
That's what I was thinking.
Because maybe in the next chapter you'll discover that you don't need this egg at all. I still don't know if the Connoisseurs Association is good guys or not. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, we don't. It's hard.
I'm pretty confident that the Flyers are bad guys. But I don't know about the Connoisseurs Association. At least this guy's not good. I know that. He's kind of a jerk.
She's just okay. Has a famous painting.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? People die, they bring their mementos. Just riding around. You just have access to this giant death crab? Driving it around like a car?
So they took a second. Are they cooking now? Yeah.
Okay. What?
What am I doing here?
You're doing it. Oh, you're doing attacks against.
Onto the thing.
Wrong.
Oh, ouchie. What's the difference between this and that?
Wrong. Correct.
Is that a grill?
That's a grill. Try
so
that.
It must be this.
Yes. You're grinding those to spice. Then tomatoes. Tomatoes again. Egg.
Mixer.
You turn it into whipped egg. All right. Well, we figured that out at the last second, but. Oh, it's served in a blown up can.
Okay.
Okay, so like I
can't
said, he
believe
is
it.
treacherous. You're a bad guy, stinky bug, a clown. The fuck is the
Okay.
Cygnus Alliance?
Is it the bird people?
Maybe. I'm a neurotic person. So his plan was to use Goffman's secret recipe in order to win a cooking competition so he could become the captain?
I don't even know if it's a competition, but it is a like, yeah, he was like he needed to do that. The crab did show up.
You did not leave with your egg. you made the egg into food.
Yeah, Goffman didn't care, but I guess this is in his best interest.
Unleash stone words begin to chase out. Okay. So now there's just a bunch of stone worms on the surface.
So this has nothing to do with the previous one.
So that's that looks like that's the end of Tilly's story or whatever his name is. Can you remind me anybody's name? I remember Braith. And I remember Patio because those
Patio, and then I don't remember these two.
like what the fuck are their names? Wasn't one of them like Vecman or something? That's Patio. Lancey's the chef. So who's security guy? Javert. Yes, Javert and Lancey. The problem is I keep giving them nicknames that don't sound anything like their real names. So I can't remember anything.
Got it. We haven't come across any other mementos though, so
yeah.
You know what? I want to double check. I need to go back with her.
This is the new one.
Not this one.
Why are you doing this?
Just because now I can walk out.
Oh, so you want to walk south? I think you clicked on her and not the sign, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah. There! I knew it!
Hey! Good call, Saba. Little cocktail.
Oh, that was Goffman and Jasmine. I don't think they would do another one.
I don't think so. I think it's typically one per level if they do one at all.
I like that, whatever that is. Okay, I still am thinking that... Which one? One of Goffman's... Not Goffman's, Javert.
Javert.
This one. So we went out.
But you can't go south.
Oh, look, it's him!
Yeah, it's Thomas.
Yeah, but we never noticed that
That's
before.
true, we didn't
just
notice
like...
it that time.
Oh, we couldn't go that way.
Yeah.
No, I think we're good. I don't think there was... Oh, he doesn't have one.
There you go.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
He did have one in a different scene. I don't know what that's about.
Here we are.
Looking back, I gradually realized that my best days were behind me, and all that remained was regret. We saw a lot of each other during those carefree years. Jasmine and I knew every speakeasy in the capital and the jazz bands that played in them. At that time, the price of brandy was not as outrageous as it had been since the war, and we had just come of age and were exercising our adult privileges at every opportunity. Who the fuck is that? Were there the pages?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean... Wait, were there other ones that we missed pages on?
I don't think so.
The suitcase you just... Yeah. There were. Okay. Alright, well, there's a lot of reading that I suddenly have to do. In this remote village, Charlotte's every show was miraculously packed. The nobility of the city came all the way to see our show. Certainly not for the uninspired acrobatics. It wasn't easy to get close to Charlotte, even when it was a handsome and wealthy man. The men who didn't get her favor went on to ingratiate themselves with the ringmaster and sometimes came to us for help.
Look at the consistency. She's wearing yellow shoes.
Very true. Even when there was no performance, Charlotte was so busy that I rarely got to talk to her. Once, and only once, backstage, I picked up a ribbon that had fallen for her. The ribbon was exquisitely crafted, although it was dusty. You could tell it was worth a lot. I called out to Charlotte and tried to return the ribbon to her. She gave me a careless look. You keep it. And then she left the tent.
Wasn't that the only thing she had prized from her mother?
I think so.
Yeah.
This
Also,
must be after
yeah.
like that must be after she like became disillusioned with her life or whatever. It sounds like, oh, and they give you clues on where it is.
Yeah, it's hiding in the memento collector. You might have to force the...
I have no fucking idea.
Oh. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go check that.
But there were like 4 scenes that had memento collector.
Patio. Actually, I want to check something real fast here, but...
Okay, in the new scene?
Oh, stupid.
You need to slow down like a... Oh, by the way, there's a memento literally right there.
Okay. That's
you
good.
need to slow down a little bit. Saba's like Saba's unity
I get excited,
vibrating.
so I was like, okay, I'm going.
They do have the exact same body. The only thing that differentiates them is their hair. Oh, and I guess one of them is more tired than the
their
other.
face, yeah.
Their freckles are identical, though, I guess, is what I was paying attention to.
Okay, let's quickly get this. After I get this, I'm gonna leave, and then I'll come back to this later. I just want to check.
I mean, you
that.
got what you
the...
kind of got what you were looking for.
Yeah, let me. Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back. There's one before this. I want to see what that machine was that I decided not to turn off. I just have to do this little segment again. Thank God they have fast forward. Thank you. That was the door. There's nothing here. I remember I checked that. Let's check it out.
Why are you back here?
Just this. I'm wondering if there's something in here.
I don't think so. Oh, the lights are off now.
Okay, so it didn't really do it. It just turned the lights off. Maybe that's a future thing to do, though I'm not really sure why. Okay. Well, I guess I inadvertently got what I wanted, though, like you said. Oh, hold on.
The days of being hungry came quickly. Lake learned to be silent and not give her mother any trouble. But when she was hungry, she would hide and cry. Charlotte opened the closet and fished her out, pulling out a bloody croissant from her arms. The fuck is a bloody croissant?
I don't know.
It feels like they're saying bloody as in like goddamn croissant, but like if it's an actual bloody croissant, what the fuck? Anyway, Lake ate it with tears. Before the move, Lake hesitantly gave the glass marble she had collected to her playmates. They stopped calling her names and came around to ask when she would be back. Lake knew they were going to a faraway place and that it would take 3 days in the wagon to get there. She also knew this new world had lions jumping through fire rings, tightrope walkers, and pythons dancing to flutes. It was the world her mother knew. So Charlotte was like some sort of socialite, ran out of money, then went to the circus and took Charlotte with her. So Braith isn't even her biological dad. He's just her adopted dad because Charlotte kind of seems like she seems like not a great person.
Yeah.
Lake no longer paid attention to the taunts, and Braith stopped blushing when called Lake's cheap dad. But Lake would always gaze at the sky. The messenger came again and again, and she always asked, "Is there a letter for us?" Braith assured her that her mother would soon send a letter and take her to a new home. The future Braith described was too bright and distant, at odds with the harshness of the winter. Snow fell outside the tent, and a cold wind was whipping in. Lake was freezing, but Braith didn't have anything warm enough for them to wear. They had to carefully light a candle head and bring their hands close to it for a little warmth.
Okay.
The route between the old and new continents has finally been restored. I was so excited, and the idea that had been with me for many years resurfaced. I picked up a case of Goffman's canned goods, informed the department managers, and boarded the Queen of Roses. That's the cruise ship that crashed, right?
Yeah.
Queen of Roses, heading for the old continent. I told them that this was a land full of history, that this land full of history would bring us the glory of the past. But the truth is, I came back here to look for someone. See, like, am I wrong? Like, if you go, like, because the picture was Goffman's wallet, right? I think.
Yeah, I wonder if Charlotte's his daughter.
Well, if you look at it, it's like it's a picture of like a young girl with red hair. And literally the only character we have seen that has red hair is Charlotte so far. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't do much except drink and have fun. The only thing that worried me was my father's plan to leave the capital. We might be going abroad for a while, he told me. Why isn't that in quotes then? And I naively thought it would be a long time before that. Jasmine expressed her envy and told me that she and her father were not going anywhere. Professor Lovegood has a teaching position in the capital, I said with a smile. And besides, he seemed to have a deep affection for the university. Jasmine gave me a look and said nothing, but I immediately understood her intentions. Don't worry, I said. I'll do my best to take you all with me. And I do wish I knew who the fuck was talking in all of these. Because these feel like multiple different people telling their story, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know who's saying this, I guess. Like, this feels like... Because the travel case, the first one, felt like it was Goffman. Well, no, not this one. Like, the suitcase.
No, I know.
Okay, well.
You have to hear of the lucky day of the head chef to have to... Don't think we've seen that. don't think I've seen that either. Eh? Okay, I don't know. It seems to be kind of but okay, this is the new one.
My father wrote to me, urging me to leave with him, but I had my heart set on staying in the capital, not for any bullshit future, but for Jasmine. My father kept sending me long letters, and I only replied with a brief note, which now seemed like a rather rude request. Please prepare 2 extra passes, or I will stay in the capital. Only when I got home did I realize that I had been tricked. I thought he would keep his promise and give me the passes after making sure I was still in one whole piece, as the letter said. But, I was not, or it was not until the day before the ship departed that he revealed the truth. Passes couldn't be bought with money alone, but also require forged documents, and the door had long closed. Okay. I felt nothing but despair. I sent an urgent telegram to Jasmine, telling her that the pass would not arrive for the time being. I told her to wait for me, and maybe things would turn out okay. I don't even know if I was saying this to comfort her or myself. Okay.
This side too.
Jasmine vaguely felt that she and her father would have to leave here sooner or later, and now the only hope rested on Maggie. Which one's Maggie? Maggie Goffman. That's the guy. That's the old man. Every day without a letter was torture. At first, Jasmine would console herself with the thought that perhaps she was too busy, or he was too busy to write because they were on the move. But as time went on, she couldn't help but feel disappointed. After more than 3 months, Jasmine finally received a letter. But what she didn't expect was that this letter, instead of being her salvation, would tear her slim hopes apart. She looked at the short, cruel lines with shaking hands and could hardly believe her eyes. The letter was in Maggie's usual terse handwriting. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do. We'll see each other again if it's meant to be.
Dang, what a tragic, tale this is playing.
So actually, hold on, because Goffman is his last name. So I think that Jasmine might be like the lost love of Maggie, like years and years and years ago. I mean, I guess that's interesting, but why do I care?
I mean, these are just kind of side. I mean, like, maybe this just explains why Maggie was on the.
No, but I mean, like, the thing is that Maggie isn't even a main character. He's barely even a side character. Like, why do I care about Maggie's history? It, like, clearly must tie in. Like, if he is truly Charlotte's dad, then I guess it makes sense that they would bring it up. But, like, all the stuff that has to do with, like, the world building, patio, or anything to do with Charlotte or, like, Charlotte's extended family, like, that makes sense. But now we're talking about, like, what is evidently Goffman's, like, younger years. And I'm like, okay, like, this is cool, like, inherently. But at the same time, why do I care? Like, why is it relevant?
To it. Not sure. Because it may be, like, maybe Charlotte is connected to Goffman in some way. We'll have to see. I feel like
we assume
things are
that
missing the mementos, so I don't actually know what else, like, we're missing in the context of the story that could explain.
I mean, what do you want to do? You want to progress?
I mean, it has to be this, because I don't...
We literally don't know how to do the thing with the light, so I agree. What's even your objective here? Hey, fruit basket.
They just said to look around.
Aren't those the exact same letters or they look exactly the same as the one that Brave has?
Yeah. The thing is the same, yeah. think that's about it. I can talk to him again.
Oh, there's more stuff to look at. You can even look at the curtain. Apparently, there's an arrow above him.
The backstage path.
About the president. Who the fuck is the president? I know it's their mom or whatever,
what
but like,
what if the mom's Charlotte?
they do have red hair.
Because, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But then why is she the president? Like, why do they call her that?
Because maybe she has something she didn't want to forget, right?
I mean, she's probably. I mean, to be
does.
fair, they're probably calling her the president because she's like the quote unquote president of the Connoisseurs Association or whatever. Oh yeah, that is an aspect of this that we haven't seen yet because they explained this whole process in the intro chapter, but we still have yet to see the cloud cannon. I didn't think of that.
They showed it for like a millisecond at the intro of the game.
Well, no, well, yes, but I think they showed just like I don't think it was the real cloud cannon. I think it might have just been a replica. I wonder if that's what that postcard is going to reveal. Like once you complete all 4 storylines, the postcard will assemble and it's like the launching of the cloud cannon. You know what I mean? It's going to be like a giant artillery gun.
Okay. And by the way, they're like our biological mother may be younger than you are right now. So, I'm not sure. I think that conflicts. Okay, maybe she's late. She's still Charlotte. I think it still may be right, but it's
still
different.
very much seems like. Yeah.
We actually met the child's father on board 10 years after she got on the ship. So she did die a long time ago?
I don't know. I'm getting confused.
After torturing him to the fullest extent, she made him disappear from this. What? Maybe it's not the same people. Maybe this is like Lake's actual dad.
Yeah, because he said biological father specifically.
Okay. Oh God, I'm so confused. Okay.
All right, well, president. Oh, you didn't. Oh, I want to know about the president.
I'll get back to it.
You motherfucker. Gothbit is a bastard. It's true.
Or maybe it's not Charlotte. Maybe it's Jasmine.
Maybe it's Jasmine, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, great. Now, can you not ask about the president now? Because you decided to take the new option?
The thing is, I don't even remember if I clicked it or not.
You didn't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Guess what? I'm here watching. The only thing I gave a shit about was who the fuck the president was, and you skipped it!
We're about to go see the president. It's fine. He couldn't say anything anyway.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
There has to be something in here. Oh. Frick, I was in a Memento.
Is that Charlotte? Once again, it's just red hair. Come here, Patio.
Oh yeah, because the rare ones look a little different. Feel free to do whatever you want. Oh, you two have the same nose. It's because Goffman. Okay, I guess let's just talk with her. Oh. I mean, he didn't want to wear an armband with the devil's mark and was planning to flee the new continent. I mean, it must be Jasmine. Okay.
Okay, so that
Okay.
must be Jasmine, because that's a young Gothman.
Yeah. Okay. She wants energy source.
I mean, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so this is Jasmine then. Got it. Charlotte is
Okay,
her
so
daughter.
Charlotte is her daughter.
Which makes
yeah.
sense why she also has the red hair.
Yeah.
So
okay.
so
they
the
are
Thomas brothers are actually Charlotte's siblings.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, because they said that Jasmine's their mom, and if Charlotte is also her daughter, then
Well,
yeah,
they
they'd
said
be
not
siblings.
their biological. They said not their biological.
Oh, okay.
Jasmine
okay.
is not. Yeah. They said, though it's maybe Charlotte is also their mom.
Once again,
not
the red
Jasmine.
hair.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's a little bit weird.
There's in the Game of Thrones books, the Targaryens, like the ancient Targaryens and stuff. In the books, they're all very uniquely identifiable by their purple irises. It's a very unique and like vibrant shade of purple that they all have for their irises. And that's supposed to be a thing where it's like you can trace lineages with that, right? Kind of like
Oh
the
my God.
Baratheons, like deep black hair. Just call me Jasmine.
No, yeah. Right before this, I was like, Jesus Christ. She's like, oh.
But the reason I bring up the Targaryen's purple eyes thing is that there is a single random character from like 3 continents away that doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Targaryens, period, who has the exact same shade of irises. And when asked, like when people ask George R. R. Martin what the fuck is up with that, he's like, I don't know. It's like literally the only people that have this. Yeah, see, there you go.
I just don't know how to fix this.
Because can you not just... Okay, so I don't fully understand how the video game...
Okay, so
I guess you
there's
gotta go
something
get
in
these.
here.
Yeah.
Stage 3. That was the one thing we changed, but we didn't know what it was, or we could change.
Okay, so there's something else to change.
Because we end here, so they must still allow me to change something. Maybe this is had. Do we see a depressed person anywhere?
I mean, it says like perks them up. There is a guy vomiting down south.
Because I can't go much further. I can't go to the left here, because then I'll just get... No, I think I had to engage talking with him.
Oh, you never actually answered this guy's question properly, did you?
No, I did, and then he
the
talked
future?
about how he does work for the Connoisseur Association and all that jazz.
Ah, okay.
Okay, nothing there.
Problem is, I just don't understand what we would be looking for at all in this context. It's Thomas again. Oh!
What just happened?
I don't know, they put something in the coal.
The fruit. The conductor was refueling the cargo locomotive, oblivious to the guide set. So that must be it, right?
I think that's
like
the
this
event.
was an event we didn't.
I think you just
see
never
before?
walked over here, I guess.
Because
you
I
might
think
as,
I
you
went
might as well
and
go get
immediately
the
talked
other.
to that guy.
You might as well go get the other event. Wait, it's not that?
No. It may be that, but that's just the altered thing. Hold on. What's happening here? That was one of them.
Okay. You have one more
Okay,
padlock, I guess, if you wanted to try. Or not.
Let's look at this as well. I don't think it's that. This is also not that. I think we're missing whatever this is in the stage 3.
Lancy stage 3. That's 1, 2, 3. But what are you missing, I guess?
Oh, there was like some weird stuff. Like the fact that we couldn't have access to this cooler. We already read that, I remember it. And I remember we saw this kid down here, but like, that didn't do anything. Oh, come on, come here. And remember we talked to this guy about ice melting and...
Oh, it's the burnt set. There you go.
Oh, and then this is the... The culprit responsible for the cargo express breakdown was an Okay.
That must be the...
Maybe we have to rewrite that this doesn't happen? Oh.
Okay.
Okay, broke down. Because they broke down, it's due to that, but... I mean, this has to... Did I not do that 2 seconds ago and it was like, nah, you're wrong?
I think you put it on the wrong square.
Okay.
Okay, so you did it.
Oh, so if the train brought the drip fruits, the power system would be good enough for us to not
and
need to
that's
take them from the
why.
deck.
Yes. Okay. I forgot that the reason why they don't have enough drip fruits was because of the. So how are you? So give a little warning to the conductor. Okay. Can you not just?
Sorry.
But you saw them put
Rewrite
something into
the
the thing.
set?
Can you not just tell him? Can you not just be like, hey? Hey, those kids just shoved this weird thing into the coal? Okay. Oh, you're doing a little puzzle. You want to get it to the top so the guy can just extract it. Try that. Ooh, woo, what's this?
We think we should grab that.
Why is it spinning? Good luck, Mr. Brave.
How did I know my name?
All right.
Okay, I think he wanted to get rid of that. I think that was the thing that he put that in there for.
So he wanted it to be burnt up.
Okay, so
At least,
we're
hey,
kind of
at least now
good.
you
Hold
can
on.
save Javert, right?
Yeah. I just have to like let me do this real fast.
I do like this part. I
So what I
appreciate
have
that the
to do-
game helps you out. It holds your hand and is like, hey, just in case you forgot, because this shit's complicated.
And we already did that. So let us go.
So now you need to go. Now you need to go back to Lancy 3. Yeah, there you go. Because
Yep.
now you should have. Now the train shouldn't be stuck there. You should have more than enough power to soup up the boilers here. Behold, no
Indeed.
train.
Yeah, and we were fine. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. So now you can do Javert's thing, and he should be totally fine.
Indeed.
So many butterfly
I should
effects
look around here,
converging.
too. No, there's nothing else left to do here. Okay,
Onto
we
Javert.
got it.
And then that should, and I think this is the end of, well, actually, there might be one more chapter for Javert after this, but you should be more or less done.
And there was really nothing to do here. They just kind of did
They
it
just
themselves.
if anything, you could fast forward.
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to fast forward if it's new content.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
That
we haven't
makes
seen
sense,
it.
I guess. Well, because it doesn't feel like new content, but you're right. Oh, right. Oh, because they need to go find the captain. I forgot. Because this is the mysterious signal.
They're getting longer progressively.
I mean, it makes sense because we're deeper into the future, right?
Indeed. It's interesting the stuff we can look at versus not look at. So we know that's his place, but let me look again to see if there's a separate maybe memento. We know that there's someone behind this bush, right?
I don't remember if there was.
There was not when Patio was here, but
Oh. There you go. Sabu found him out super easy.
because he was just lying there. He's like, who are you? Wow.
Whatever happened to Dogmas?
The Sapiens virus. Oh, that's why they were like, if you listen to those tapes that guy has, you lose your memory and stuff like that. So that's the same thing as the virus. It appears that they talked about before.
I thought you lost your. Okay, so you lose your memory from the virus from the humans? I thought you lost your memory from consuming too much drip fruit.
No, I thought it was from listening to like the tapes that that other guy had recorded. That storyteller dude.
Okay.
That's what he talked about. $32 years. Oh my god.
What happened to the other guy?
Did they just leave
where's
him
the
behind?
lieutenant? Because I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a little confused because it's like, if the storyteller guy is part of the Connoisseurs Association, it seemed like somebody had used the tapes to purposefully, like, usurp the captain then. Because it's not even just the fact that he lost his memory, it's that he lost his memory and then was abandoned on that island. Like, he was marooned.
Look what he's saying, too. Look what he's saying. He was like, I was in love with someone else, with a girl named Jasmine.
Oh, and then we met Jasmine.
We did, but I don't think this guy knows Jasmine. It could be something where someone took a tape and he listened to the tape in relation to maybe
And just
Jasmine.
thought that the tape was his memories.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that, sure.
We have to stop the operation against the association. Okay, he decided... And we passed.
No, that's the end of Javert. Dripwood Carnival.
Javert
Oh my god!
just had the rest of it.
There's 6 more scenes. Holy crap!
Let's real quickly just...
Cygnus Airline, by the way. I don't know if you saw that on the postcard.
No. I feel like we actually missed a chunk of the mementos, but I don't really know where they are to get them back, so...
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. We're missing this, too. I mean, it feels like we've been paying attention, right?
I would say so.
What is... Oh, this is the oh, okay. I was like, what's with the crab? Watch if like the brother always does like a thing where it's like rock paper scissors, so he always, like you said, does scissors, and then the other brother's like, yeah, I know how to beat him every time. Well, first of all, I'm going to look around. Why not pick it up? Ah! Okay. That's fine. We're okay.
Oh, I guess that is the cloud cannon. I thought it was gonna be like a big artillery thing, but apparently not.
Wait, what? Raffle? Human children are the toughest creatures I've ever encountered. If this keeps up, Babel is going to be overrun by them. Swim team, Murray there. Come and help me. To all the celebrities who received the invitation, 6 courses. Diced mushroom and bamboo shoots, fruits and vegetables. 4, spaghetti with drip fruit jam, stonehearth crab stir fry with monsoon broccoli, carnival pudding and meteor ice cream. We are looking for a distinguished member about 6 years old whose name is Mr. Goffman. To upgrade the VIP pass. To confess my mistake. Today I made an exception and let an old human lady reincarnate with a memento. Before taking the cloud cannon, she tugged my wrist tightly and told me in a trembling voice, I don't know what I've forgotten. I just know that I can only leave with peace by taking this stereoscope with me.
Hmm? Also, that last note, wasn't that literally written by the woman who's standing right there in front of the machine?
Yeah.
So she literally just put that in. Oh, and they have the horrible crickets too.
I thought those were mosquitoes.
I thought they were.
Yeah,
I thought they were
are
ground
horrible
crickets.
either way.
You know who we never really interacted with, like a second time in a meaningful way? That weird scientist from super early on, the one who warned us about the ground crickets.
Yeah, nothing really happened with that.
Because she had such a unique, visual design, I assumed that she would come back.
She's like, don't get stung by the grass mosquitoes
Or you will die.
you'll ruin everything. Yeah. It is a grasshopper. I never recalled what she said. I think mosquitoes because they look evil as hell.
So don't grasshoppers.
Mosquitoes are worse. And we got the buffet. No one's even on this. What are you even talking about, dude?
We're getting ready.
Oh, it's the crab.
Shoo! We are eating your baby. Go away. I'm just curious as to whether or not there's going to be an actual objective here.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm supposed to tell multiple people, but let me check to make sure if there's anyone else. Her. Do you see anyone else? I think those may be the only 2. And that's going back, so.
Did you talk to the current acting captain yet?
Yeah, she's like, go talk to these people in uniform if you want help.
Right, fair enough. Oh, hold on. Is that oven a memento?
This oven? No, it would have eyes.
Are you sure the eyes aren't just hidden inside? Oh, you don't even have a thing. I'm just saying that's a suspicious.
that does make
that's a
sense.
suspicious shade of yellow. Is all I'm saying.
There's been a couple of times where it's popped up, but yeah, we don't have anything to say. We have this though. Yeah, I was tempted. Is there anything I can water?
Plant.
Also, I think this little girl said if, Okay, oh yeah, there was that. The candy floss thing. Let me see.
You look distraught, bro.
Oh.
Memento!
But we don't have a thing!
Oh, what a shame.
It must be one of those things where maybe we get it further on
What a shame.
for the kid. That was really funny. I wasn't expecting that to pop up. Oh, he's also a dude that we need to ask to go. Please just shoot. This better not be a thing. Okay, nice.
Don't walk in front of the other people. Take the puffer toy. You earned it.
Okay.
God, you're walking through
someone
line of
ask
fire
us-
like a crazy person.
Was there someone who So why did we need this? I'm a little confused.
Give it to another child. Child who is sad about not having a toy.
Was it this kid? Okay, so that was just to get that dude, I guess. And then the other two, one's this guy, and the other one's the person up there. Okay. What sauce do you want? Scented starfish? Oh. Oh, this seems like a moment we'll
Where
need to
you
rewrite.
what's the contents. The guy like ordered a salad.
But the other guy showed up, so...
Huh. They did make a unique piece of artwork just for Thomas here in the top left when you're walking around.
Hmm.
By the way, forgive me for not quite remembering. What was Jasmine's objective?
She wanted to get off of the Babel.
She just wants to
go to her
get. She just
daughter.
wants to leave, and I guess that kind of makes sense why she's having her kids collect mementos. I guess.
No. Collect mementos to sell to people in exchange for the drip fruit, special drip fruit, which will fuel her device that will get her past that monsoon.
I guess so, but it's just weird that it's taken like 30-something years.
I don't know. Maybe this monsoon's crazy.
I mean, I believe the monsoon's crazy. It's just, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that is where Braith last was.
You know, I have to go check for mementos. I'll take that. Ah! Kid with a ticket? Question mark?
Kid with red hair with a ticket.
He spotted Lake.
Okay. You need to talk to the guy.
I thought I had to leave somewhere. No, it's just looking through the telescope. Yeah. Is it the...
Oh. It's Jack or whatever his name is. Jesse. Jim. Joe.
Okay. He's gonna say us. No, maybe not. Maybe he can run away.
If
right
anything,
now.
this would be the perfect time for him to just slip away and take off the outfit, right?
Yeah. Failed fairly quickly.
Sure, but then what's the plan, right?
Okay, well, we have
Did it give you a new thing?
the lock as well. Ding dong.
Bad news and good news.
Is that the periodic monsoon just slammed head on into Babel. The good news is that no one is hurt, but all the locks and keys on the note pages have been blown away. That means on this note, all locks and keys will be shown in the same pattern, making it more challenging to put them together. You can no longer skip to this stage where you... Why? Because the wind's too strong. If you're still capable. Fantastic. We have all the stuff. Okay. So obviously this will connect to this, I think, right?
Do you wanna logically talk it out, or?
I'm reading these real fast. Hiding.
I mean, you
the-
also did just
hiding
put that
the-
over the picture and not the lock. So
The winner, them scrambling and entering. So clearly it has to be like they scramble, I would say. Or they get scared and then Braith will have the opportunity to go to the Dripwood.
Sure.
The patio one's weird. I mean, I just assumed that these two would go together, but clearly I'm wrong. I thought these two would go together. I don't know why these don't.
well, something has to connect together because there's nothing else to do. There you go.
I just needed apparently a separate step.
You still have more stuff. Are you done? Oh, you know how to scatter stone worms? It's the crab, right? The crab does it when the crab gets mad.
So there had to be something to be right here then.
There has to be a way for Thomas to be able to make this crab mad. Can you rewrite crab?
I don't know if I can rewrite crowd. I can rewrite person. I think if this starts burning, this person will have to leave.
Oh, you can drag the coal into it.
Oh. Just throw all of it in there. Oh, if it gets really hot too, maybe this...
And he gets the
Fight.
crab mom gets
Fight.
mad and makes all the stoneworms fly around.
Though I am sorry to say, that egg is gone.
I'm about to say, it is no longer of any use to you, sadly. There you go. You save a brace.
Oh, this is another thing we maybe need to rewrite.
Do you have an objective
we
to
mentioned
rewrite
it
that, though?
before. That not yet, because they had mentioned
So
that
if you
person felt it.
it was the manager ate it and was impressed with Lancey's dish. So if you swapped it, they wouldn't be impressed with Lancey's dish because it would be the wrong food.
Yeah.
We don't have a reason to do that just quite yet, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go do the thing right now. It was here. Yeah. Why do you, that's really funny. If these guys are like the spirit of birds, the worms are the thing that scares them in this in this
instead of the other way around, yeah.
Gold!
Gold rock.
We have 2 to capture now.
That's true. You just need somebody, literally anybody, with a
could be him,
hair
Brave.
dryer. Do you have one in your bottom right?
Well, I currently don't remember,
Yes,
but
you
yes,
do.
I do.
Uh-huh.
He's like, there's a lot of worms.
So it's true.
Oh, I can fast forward this. Now everyone's like, nah, fam, I'm not going. Is it like you can capture them with this ball? Oh, because he had the ball, he sent him instead.
And is that the guy who won the ball from that card game the other night? So I think what you have to do is you have to go back to that other night where those guys are playing cards in the disguise, challenge them, win, so you get the ball instead, and now you go.
I didn't even read. Provoke the Sally Crab, unleash the stone. Oh, I thought that was something else. What? Stage 6.
What stage?
Stage 6 for Brit.
Stage
It's not
6 is the
same
one where you
one.
found the guy in the cage and you had to retell him the story or whatever.
Oh, that was before we switched the. Ah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was a different one, but that's perfect.
It's this one.
It's this one.
You just need to get the. There you go. You already did it. You just need that, and then I think you can do the card game. This can't possibly be a thing where you... Okay.
Clown.
Is that good or bad? I think it's bad.
I may have to read the rules again.
Did you even read the rules at all?
No. I did, though I definitely do not remember them. Since Braith could only draw the same cards, he couldn't... Maybe I have to actually rewrite
Now just rewrite it, I guess? No, just Why are you going...
Oh, look, there we go. I was like, I swear the rules were, like, right next to each other,
Oh,
right?
okay, because it is rock, paper, scissors, but 3 of the 4 cards you drew were blank, so you were always going to lose.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, so just rewrite the deck, I guess. Can you? Or rewrite their cards, maybe?
Yeah.
Huh.
Doesn't appear that that's the case. Maybe you just have to play better.
How could you possibly just play better? You have, I'm about to say, you have 3 cards that literally cannot win.
Yeah, because the thing is that
You need to
Well,
change
I'm
the
just
situation
saying.
somehow.
well, clearly you saw that I couldn't change this, so I wonder what else there is available to us.
I mean, there's still puzzle pieces that you could do.
we already did that, right? I think I accidentally clicked
The
the wrong
last
one.
one second.
So this clearly doesn't line up with this. We're still missing something. I don't accidentally draw anything anyway or drop something. When did I get here? Oh! Well, that's nice.
Hey, there you go.
we got Braith's entire backstory. He's not gonna leave, is he? Well, now that I'm dressed up as one of them, I should be able to fully walk around. He recognized me.
He's just not a fool.
Apparently everyone here is a fool. Anything else here I can't go that way because it's actually just blocked. I don't think I'll get anything else out of them. No, I think that's it. I think that's all we can get from this.
I mean, you say that, but then what's your other alternative, Saba? You need to get the worm balls, and the only way to get the worm balls is to somehow change the deck.
Obviously, but there must be some other section that can interact with the cards, maybe.
I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen.
I mean, I guess it's entirely possible that there might just be a deck somewhere, but I feel like the game has been very reasonable so far in the puzzle pieces that it gives you. I think you just have connections from your puzzle pieces that you haven't done yet.
Well, don't forget this one. I don't know if it just. Oh wow, fancy. It just didn't show up until I actually saw something.
Right,
so
but I'm saying no, but I'm saying the
section won't tell you if there's a clue unless you like come across.
But I'm saying all the puzzle pieces that you haven't connected yet. Are you sure that none of them connect?
I mean, I can go check. Let's do this real fast, and then I'll go back to that.
Day after day, my few pleasures were wasted in the dull life of wiping the floor and feeding the horses. At the end of the day, I would think of Charlotte, and only then did I feel truly alive. Charlotte, I called her name silently and felt full of strength. If fate hadn't answered my calling, this life would be gone forever. But fortunately, I saw her again. Charlotte returned, dusty and haggard, wearing only a thin linen dress in the cold winter. Charlotte returned with a child. Okay, so Charlotte was in the circus, left because she made money, then came back because she knew that. So essentially, it's Forrest Gump. I didn't know if it was for old time's sake, but the ringmaster let Charlotte stay. She had put on some weight, and her dance was not as graceful as before. Soon, Charlotte's name was removed from the list of performers. The dancers and servants who used to serve her tea and saddle her horses disappeared. Later, everyone shunned them as if they had some terrible virus. As if to confirm the rumors, Charlotte always went out at night and returned early in the morning. Her daughter cried at night, and no one paid attention to her. I visited Lake, bringing her food and water, and went to town to buy her clothes. 2 years later, Charlotte left once again. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like this was like kind of a vain and self-centered woman who really relied heavily on her looks, and then, as most humans do, she aged and it didn't go well. That kind of just seems what happened. And it seems like her daughter is suffering by far the most.
Luckily, Lake was there for her.
Lake is the daughter.
Here? Sorry, yes.
You meant Braith. I know what you meant.
Braith is there for her, yeah. We missed that. I don't know what that is.
So I think these are you clicking on the elements in the scene that aren't necessarily like story driven. So I think that means that at some place in the memory factory, there was an element that you just didn't click on, so you just didn't get this. But, you know.
Okay, so
I still
you
don't
want
know.
me to
I
go
still
here?
don't know what you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to be doing this because like something here because you have 5, like we'll call them nodes. You have 5 nodes that could potentially connect right now. One of these has to connect with someone else. Otherwise,
Forget about this.
like otherwise the
Breathe.
only alternative is that you just like the game
Because
is
of
just
this.
expecting you to remember where the deck of cards is. Wow.
Braith had a wormstone, but he couldn't. Okay, it needs this first, and then it'll come into this. Okay.
So now is this going to tell us where the deck is?
No, remember, it won't tell us.
And it just won't.
Tell us where you need to go. But it may be correct now. It may let
But
us
you
see
should
it
be able
now.
to hover over it. Make Brith draw different cards. Well, yeah, we fucking knew that. The game told
I know.
us.
Apparently, they just
Well, then how are we supposed to do that?
Oh, not this one. It's the other one. Maybe it's one of those things where it's locked
this one.
behind the.
What,
It's
acquiring
locked behind the fact that you need to. Yeah, the clue.
I can see that. Why not pick up the thing again? Pick up the rockworm. I know you can't, but I'm just saying, like, pick up the rockworm and throw it at the guys and just take their thing.
Let's go.
I don't think so.
Do I have to engage with this first?
Yep, no, you're still fucked.
Yeah, so I'm wondering now if it'll let me do the
I don't think so.
rewrite, but I don't. Yeah.
I think the game is genuinely just going to force you to. It is just going to insist on you remembering the last time you saw this deck of cards. I mean, can you go to this area earlier in the day where they're not actively using it and then just rewrite the deck?
I don't know if we were ever allowed back here. Maybe
I
you
mean,
have to
you
rewrite
have
the
to.
rules?
I mean, what else can you do but try? Oh my god, are you gonna Oh, dude, I thought you were about to rewrite the rules for the fucking game. I was about to go insane.
Yeah, it's like the whatchamacallit,
The blank card is the most powerful.
Power. Okay.
Oh man, I would have went bananas.
I don't think I ever remember seeing this deck literally anywhere.
I mean, we definitely have seen that deck before, but it's never been important until now.
Like I've seen the ball, like those balls in like a different place.
I don't think you have actually.
No, I have. You I think one of them, or actually it wasn't it wasn't one of the prizes.
No.
But I think they said there was the potential you can either get one of the worms, a crow, or a ball. It just so happened that in the 3 eggs there wasn't a ball.
So my statement still
none of
stands
them.
of this is the only time that you've seen a ball.
Technically true, but they did mention it in a different point.
But that's my point. My point being that this is the only place where you can get a ball. So I don't know. Leave the scene. Come back at an earlier time and see if you can fuck with the deck. I guess. Because like genuinely, I have no idea what else you could even try. Yeah, maybe this one. There is also you have one more as well. Braith has another one. Yeah, because
I was just checking. There was like only 2 that let us be in this area.
And I will. Okay, so we just can't go in here. Oh no, you can.
No, I haven't tried, but
okay,
yeah, we can't go in here. The thing is, we can't just rewrite ourselves into getting in either.
I guess try this, yeah. Because I don't know. Genuinely, I'm at a little bit of a loss.
I don't think that was the No, that was that. Yeah, that was it. I'm gonna take this hat and let me pass.
That is true. You never ended up using the hat.
I just don't remember anyone. Like, maybe this is for the. Maybe that's like a future thing, you know? We
Yeah.
just haven't gotten
I mean,
to
that
it
could
yet.
make sense. And I mean, I'm looking on my phone and I can confirm to you that, like, no one has written anything about this game. So there's no, like, walkthrough or guide.
So but this is the only two places, right? So... Win the card game in the Wormstone Balls. Find a way to enter the card. Make, break, draw different cards in the game.
Okay. Beginning, interrogation room, catch Braith. Oh my god. Mysterious signal.
Like, one would assume that this is simply, like, the answer to this is what we first thought of. So...
Sorry, I'm looking at a walkthrough.
No, you're fine. Because I think there is a... What is it? There are hints if we need it in the game too. I could try a hint if you want as well.
I mean, we haven't used one yet. What are those up there? Oh, that's just a different thing.
Yeah, patio hearing something, which I'm like, that has nothing to do with
Anything right now.
what we're
I mean, I'm
doing
still. I mean,
right
I'm
now.
just looking at the. It's just hard because the person who wrote this walkthrough wrote it like an insane person. They wrote it by events and then described the events connecting to each other multiple times. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know what to do with that.
I'm gonna go see if I can find this last pin thing that I didn't find. If I went down here... No, I can't go down because they're there.
Oh! What the fuck? Okay, so... Hey, I think you're actually... Yeah, Saba, guess what? Look at the bottom left. Or you could ignore me, that works too.
Oh, the girl. Okay.
So, the reason why you are losing, apparently, is that of the 3 toys that you need for the card game, you have only physically touched one, meaning that the other cards appear blank to you. There is something with these girls where you can get the crow and the ball from them or something. And then that registers the cards, and suddenly the cards go from blank to active, and you can win.
Oh, well... I guess it's kind of ironic that I'm literally here where I need to be.
I'm about to say, clearly not what you intended.
So now
So now can you... So you have to register the ball with the machine, and then you can... register the...
No, I could keep switching it, I think.
Saba, you're not listening to the words I'm saying. You have to register the ball first. So now you have to cycle back through again.
Register where?
I don't know. There's apparently a machine that you register it with. It says game console. I don't know. I'm just telling you what the thing says. You need to do that with the crow and the ball.
Okay, well, I have this.
I know you had the ball too, but then you decided to keep going.
Well, I can only have one at a time, so it doesn't actually matter. I guess I could just
Try
leave
it.
here.
What's with that? What's with that? No, try the robot that you just talked to a moment ago. The one that looks like a cage. What does he do?
He's the hysteria
detector, which is a different thing. Okay. It says registered with the. In the scene where Bryce, not his name, gets the Band-Aid, there are two girls arguing on the left. Use the worm to exchange the ball with them, then register the ball on the game console on the right. So apparently on the right somewhere there's a game console that you can register with. That thing. Import. There you go.
Oh my god.
So now you need to go get the ball and then you're good. You can register cards multiple times. So you can actually have no blanks.
Okay, well, even if I have to reset this, it's fine. We'll go back in. So just like do something twice. I think I saw multiple crows. Maybe we should have multiple of the worms, you think?
I think that makes sense. So maybe register a worm first, then trade it for the ball, then register the ball?
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't remember if there's a pattern to how the guy,
I mean, from what it looked like, it just automatically threw up some stuff, you know?
I don't remember.
So it's like as soon as I put the worm down, it always put the ball.
I guess so. There you go. Well, there you go. I don't think we would have figured this out on our own in a million years.
No, remembering these two little girls, like I remember these two little girls. Did I remember they were holding these things? No. Like that's not.
I didn't even realize that this is
doesn't
what.
Really make much.
I didn't even realize that this
sense?
is how the game works. Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't know if this makes any sense. I mean, you did it. Butterfly effect.
But also, what does this have to do with what ends up on the cards?
No, because the cards are based on your memory. That's the idea. It's a deck of memory cards. You know, it's supposed to be like a play on the thing where you put them all down and then you have to pick two. It's supposed to be a pun joke on that, where the idea is that the cards are actually blank. They're literally blank. But when you draw them, it's whatever your memory of the card is. So now when you go back to that scene, it's gonna be that deck that you just had. And you're right, you do need this. Oh, Saba.
So he wouldn't let. He wouldn't let me leave unless I did
Saba's
that.
corrected the timeline.
I just wanted to check one thing. I don't remember what happens once I go in here. I'm just trying to find that one last sticker, and if it's like nothing happens, I'll just leave quickly, and we can go back to.
Oh, for clicking on the stuff.
Missing thing, yeah. Because I swear I clicked on everything up there, and who knows? It may be the game console, but it was like underground, right? So I thought it was further down. Oh, this child will. Because we clicked everything in this room. And there was
Since we started
here.
late, do you want to keep going until we hit the 3-hour mark?
Yeah, let's
Because I feel like you could finish this game in 45 minutes. I don't think you could finish it in 20.
Wait, who is this then?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm Marie Grant? Maybe she's just one of the just association.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yikes. Oh. Hmm. Oh, yikes. Okay, I mean, that was it, I think, because the rest of this is like...
The most frustrating thing that could happen here is if we accidentally picked the wrong deck, right? Like, because you have to, you just have to have less damage than he does in order to win.
I guess I didn't ask him questions too, so I guess I could do this. There was the captain of the Babel. He found it purely out of his interest in humans. Then other followed. Mementos, he studied them. Played yo-yo? Why do you stay here? Because we can't leave. Okay, well that was interesting. The letter also still hasn't served a purpose.
I feel like we were supposed to give that to Lake, but we haven't gotten like he since getting this letter, he hasn't had contact with Lake. Right, so he's gonna give it to her at the carnival.
Oh, hold on. No, we're going here. The soul of the bird is still... It's something I want explained. Let's play around. Don't I win? Okay. We did it.
I win. Give me the balls, and now you can make progress.
You don't have to do. Oh my god, you have to do all of them.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I can retry. This is what I was concerned about. I maybe should be able to win.
What was it? What's his deck again? Do it one more time. It's Bird, which is beat by Worm. Ball, which is beaten by Crow. Oh, you win. Well, there you
okay, we did it. All right.
Oh, you did it. Now you can make... I thought for a second, I thought you were fucked.
Okay, well that turned out better than I thought.
That's crazy to think that you could have done that before this, I guess. No, you needed the
Yeah, because
objective.
I talked to the guy. I talked to the guy standing in front of it, but I don't think we would have even recognized the idea of importing, right? Because
Certainly not, because we didn't have the stone worm toy at the time. I was about to say you could
I think
just
we
go
have
to the scene. I
Okay.
think. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. Is that not the wrong one?
No, this is the right one. I switched it.
Okay.
Okay, so we did that, and then we talked to him.
There you go. Now you just take off the outfit. Just leave.
But don't I need a different pair of clothes?
I genuinely
Yeah.
feel like as soon as you turn this corner, you should just take this outfit off. Just go back to your regular clothes.
I saw an old man riding a stone crab. Oh yeah, the stone crab's here. Where was Goffman?
Good question. Hiding? Trying to get one over on Lancey? Oh, you can pick up the flowers and that memento stone.
Indeed.
Oh, now Saba wants to talk to all the NPCs.
Well, this is new. We're not gonna play with that. Get over here. Professor Logan must be a nature lover. Okay.
Do you actually have to recapture the stoneworms, by the way?
I'm not sure.
Oh, hey, it's the scientist.
It's the person, yeah. Okay.
I'm Riven. I'm the exile.
Researcher. Okay, where was the golden one?
It was near where the acting captain is, which I think is down into the right.
Okay, let's really quickly go see if there's anything else to chat with here. I only take a small fee, I swear. Let's go get him? Question mark? Where did he
you
go?
find the rock?
I did! He got up and he dashed away!
The hell? I mean, was he actually a rock, or was it a memento that looked like a stoneworm?
It was a memento that looked like a stoneworm.
Maybe you should have captured him in a ball first and then sucked him up, but that doesn't make any sense.
I have never tried it, so I think you are correct. Shoot, let me quickly restart. That's annoying. I'd rather get that stuff done first. Oh, luckily we start here, thank God. Okay. Yes, I know. Thank you. You are indeed correct. We won. Okay. My name's Jeff. I don't need to really talk to anyone here. And I technically already got the flower, because those guys just count. Oh my god, it is like a okay.
Lovely.
That's hilarious. Oh. I don't understand how it started off as one thing and ended up as another thing, but okay.
Video games.
Okay. I don't have the nerve to ask for one anyway.
Well, you found
Oh my
Gothman.
god.
Oh, I just realized why you don't just take off the outfit. Because they're still
Well, we
looking
put
at
our
you through the
previous
binoculars.
outfit. Oh. Well, I thought we put our old outfit away in the thing downstairs, which then we switched into.
Yeah, but you could just
Like, the
take the
spaces
mask
or
off so
whatever?
people stop hitting you. But I'm realizing you can't
That's
do
what
that
I'm
because the
thinking.
second you do, they're gonna run out and be like, "You were an imposter."
This is annoying, though. We were just about to tell her to. We were about to get shot. Well, I'm glad this wasn't whatever's next in this story. Lancey, who retrieved the canned food, invited in the boiler restaurant Reynolds found Brave.
Is this
Why
where
did
you
he
switch
invite
the
him?
food now? Switch the food as Thomas, I guess.
Find out who the 5 Connoisseurs Association assistants are. Cool.
Neat.
So
Oh, and also new.
that unlocked that. We can try to switch it, but
I'd
I
say,
don't know.
I mean, maybe you don't
they
even
have
need
to
to
do
do
with
that yet, but. Hello, patio.
Yeah, we technically already saw this. Ah. Hello, Memento. Maybe we will find the rest in this last little section.
Hmm.
So this is the way out, so we're not leaving there. And I don't think we need to go in, right? That's a horrible idea. Like you're literally at the end of this journey of yours. Why take the hat?
Because he likes it.
She's like, where's my hat? Freshen up? Okay. Oh, there was the guy. Okay. That's a knife. No, my hat! Or the bird guy's gonna show up? Oh.
Yay.
I mean, we got here, though. It doesn't seem to be great.
That's lovely.
Okay, let's see what comes. Wait.
Oh my god, you do have more.
Something? Four more. So these are all in this section, so. Oh, hold on. Our mementos. Also, let me quickly do this. And we got it.
Oh, okay. On that day, Jasmine came to the port. I apologized and begged her to keep waiting. Maybe then when I got to the other side, there will be room for maneuvering. These were my thoughts. And even then, I knew it was impossible. Even though I knew it was impossible, I still wanted her to believe. With hesitation on her face, Jasmine asked if I could stay with them. Could I stay? Could love alone support my life? With a coldness that I couldn't explain, I refused, saying that my father's order could not be disobeyed and that we would have a chance to meet later. Hearing my pompous words, Jasmine didn't say anything. Maybe she had seen through my hypocrisy long ago and knew love wouldn't be strong enough to endure our fate. She took off the jasmine garland on her head and handed it to me, asking me not to forget my promise. And then I promptly did when I turned into a boomer. Urged by the sound of the steam whistle, I boarded with tears in my eyes. I arrived on the other side and sent my last letter of farewell. 3 months later, war broke out. Many years have passed since then, and the jasmine garland had long since withered. But it remains on my desk, and whenever I see it, I am reminded of those years and all I have lost. Jasmine went to the doctors, but they said it was a chronic disease and can only be delayed. Their diagnosis made Jasmine more desperate. The city's crusade against heresy reached the countryside, and Jasmine's situation became even more difficult. She was afraid to go out. The villagers would beat her for no reason, and the wooden house walls were written with unpleasant words. Seeing her father weakening, Jasmine was so distraught that she cried out to the farmer, begging him to give her a job. But all she got was the door slammed in her face. Local gentleman heard about it and told her that she would get $20 if she would sleep with him. It would last them a few months. What could she do? That 20 could save her ill father. Jasmine cried all night, and the next morning she rang the doorbell of the gentleman's house. The gentleman, the mailman, the milkman, Jasmine braved through them to treat her father. But Professor Lovegood's condition deteriorated rapidly. After 3 months of lingering, he died. Jasmine bought a coffin with the last of her money and buried her father. On that stormy night, Jasmine found out that she was pregnant.
Well, this is depressing.
Yes.
There's
The last time
Charlotte.
Jasmine banged on the gentleman's door was in exchange for a ship ticket. She was determined to take her child to escape her miserable fate. On a moonless night, Jasmine arrived at the port with Charlotte. So you were correct. So Goffman's
Lake is-
daughter in the new world is Patio. Goffman's old flame was Jasmine, who had to sleep around in order to try to, like, you know, save her father, got pregnant, had Charlotte, who is Lake's biological mother.
Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jasmine is Lake's grandma.
Charlotte, yes. Jasmine is, and there is technically no link between Goffman and Lake. It's kind of interesting though, because he is kind of like he was surrogate protector there for a second. Anyway, who was just a few weeks old in her arms. After boarding, she realized that Maggie had also left the capital and her from this port. She didn't dwell on the past though, because the ship rocked and Charlotte began to cry. A well-dressed woman asked if she needed help. Jasmine hesitated and put Charlotte into the other woman's arms. The noble woman serenaded the child, and soon Charlotte fell asleep contentedly. So that explains why Charlotte, they might talk about it, but that explains why Charlotte had such a, like, ostentatious lifestyle, because she grew up, like, as a noble woman. That's interesting. With the rest of the third-class escapees, Jasmine had put up with the lice in her hair and the unpleasant smell of sweat. The noble woman was fond of Charlotte and often took them out on the deck to get some air. Noticing that Jasmine did not have much luggage, she gave her a couple of lovely dresses. Jasmine learned that the other woman also had a daughter under 5 years old, waiting for her across the ocean. She endured a bumpy voyage and awful food just so she could see her daughter again. Unfortunately, Jasmine did not see the light of day on the horizon. She contracted malaria, and a few weeks later, when she realized she could no longer fight the illness, she closed her eyes and peacefully after entrusting Charlotte to the noblewoman.
Okay. Well, okay, we definitely learned much more. I feel like the picture is definitely
so my
more
question
clear.
is,
I don't
so
know
the
what
first one is, so the first group is Brave. This must be Charlotte's story.
Charlotte or Lake? I'm not sure, because, like, Lake is in this one, and Lake is also in this one, but you're right, this is, like, Charlotte's stuff, I think.
Right. Because then the last one is Jasmine, and then that's Goffman.
Goffman and Jasmine.
So actually, there's so there's actually a parallel here, because Braith's relationship with Charlotte is kind of similar, but in the opposite, like, polarity to Goffman's relationship with Jasmine.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Okay. Also, he had wings. I don't know where they went. They only disappeared after he was knocked out. And then as he was leaving, yeah, he shows up. Pat! Oh, okay, if she just leaves, maybe when we change the story, Braith will be able to talk to her.
Oh, now you're playing as Goffman. Once again, custom art in the top left when you're walking around.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, he's just like, oh, my daughter. Okay, you had to do that. mean, she didn't lie. There's really nothing else here, I think.
I'm ready to die.
I'm sorry, why is he suddenly bidding? He was here for a crab.
Oh wait, is this Goffman meeting meeting Jasmine for the first time?
Yeah.
Jasmine's gonna fucking kill him.
Well, she said, I'm not gonna kill him. We're gonna just talk and then we'll go our separate ways because she doesn't care anymore about him.
I think that's a lie. I think she's gonna beat him to death with hammers.
You know, I can neither conform nor deny that.
Conform?
But that's what she said.
I can neither conform nor deny.
Confirm. Oh, he wants to kill him. I'm sorry, what it is? Some of the attendees have...
Well, yeah, because she's trading stuff for rare drip fruit. We already knew that,
No, I know,
right?
but I don't think we've ever seen a pen. But
Yeah,
that's
I'll say it just says
information.
additional info. Because normally that pen means that it's something that can be edited.
Who is that?
Who? The person under
The one that has a...
I think
cone
that,
on their
well,
face?
based on their body language, it's probably Dog Mask or one of the other ones like that.
Oh, yeah, because he got the rare drip fruit, right?
Yeah, and he wanted, he
Yeah.
wanted an instrument so he could impress What's-Her-Face, right?
Yes. This is fun talking to everyone else. Thomas and I would have different answers to that question. Okay, I gotta now talk to him. Okay. Am I supposed to have him get one of, like, a rare fruit? Yeah, those two brothers are not happy with him.
I can't imagine why.
So. Oh, I think that canned good is a memento, by the way, because I think I remember that.
Well, yeah, because Goffman brought them with him.
Where's the crab?
They ate it.
Hmm. She's keeping cool. Okay, I didn't realize this is suddenly a point of time. Is that how you hit on mom? What? I guess Patio's mom looked like Jasmine? Let me go to this real fast. This guy, I think, will tie in. If people knew he was a swim...
A swim team.
Part of the swim team.
Yeah, they would be like, what?
Maybe they can...
But how are you gonna get him to remove his hat? I like that the last puzzle that they specifically don't give you any hints for is by far the biggest and most complicated.
Okay, well, I don't think anything connects. Most of these are left or right currently. Let's finish the story for now. Why? Oh. It's interesting that this is the guy we saw at the beginning, and he got like screwed over the most of the entire story.
Yeah, but now he's like part of the black market economy of the Babel, so now he gets to live an interesting life.
I think we need to... hold on. This is where this makes sense. Never mind, they've denied me. Cause look, she could only hear their voice.
And if she could be like, it was him.
Yeah. If Reynold didn't meet Braith in the boiler restaurant, Braith would have okay, that's fine. That's for later. Lancey retrieved the canned food, invited... If Lancey had... Okay, we're still going. Hold on. If Goffman... We're going. We're still going. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And what
I'm
is this
assuming
one
she's
now?
supposed to see? Talk to Patio to know the identity of the mystery guest. Gain a bargaining chip. Lancey, blah, blah, blah. Let Patio get a look at the mystery. I already did that, though, if you recall. That was... Sorry. That was... not here. That was here. I already remember that I got out of the thing faster. The barrel faster. I guess maybe it doesn't... Like, that didn't matter until now, so now I need to trigger it. What?
Oh, if you had a camo shrub, not only would you be able to see the guy, but you would also be able to get the earring because that's really important, right? So you need to find. So now you have to figure out how to get Patio a fucking camo shrub. Which, by the way, the last camo shrub we saw was way back with Moses.
Okay, it was here.
Oh my Jesus!
Do we have to bully this man again in order to take his camo shrub? I feel bad for Moses.
Hey Saba.
What?
Something tells me that I don't think we're going to be finishing this today.
I don't think so, yeah.
I will ask you, do you want to just pause here while you have an objective, and then next week we can just pick this up?
Yeah, I'm surprised that...
I'm surprised, because the thing said that it should be 8 to 9 hours, and we're at 9 hours. I don't know.
Maybe it's for people who don't actually talk about stuff.
Well, I mean, we didn't really do that much in this game, I don't think. But also, I wonder if... Because I do know that how long to beat isn't as accurate for games that are less popular, because there's less people submitting times.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe that person was just, like, really good at
Because
games.
what I was kind of hoping to do today, and with, I don't know, a couple of minutes, I would... Stop, just gonna snap her neck! With a couple of minutes here, I did want to say... I did watch your VOD, not the whole thing, but I did watch a significant chunk of your VOD yesterday. Saba, if you're not engaged during stream, you gotta fucking tell me. Because, like...
I mean, we could chat about that, like, thoroughly later, I guess. It's not, like, your fault per se. Like, half of it is because you're playing the game. And if there's times where I'm like, I really don't care about this conversation, but you guys are having fun talking.
Because I will say that, like, Adrian and Grant are both able to maintain a conversation while doing their own shit in the background at the same time. Like, Grant is always just on Tumblr, Reddit, Twitter, and then Adrian's always playing something. So, like, I know you're streaming, but, like, if you wanted to be doing something else, that's fine. And you were
about it, and it's like it's tough in that regard because I want to engage with like the game as well, but it's like the game's not all story. So and the times are I feel bad.
I mean that's why we do Sunday streams, right? Because Sunday streams are the ones where it's like we play games that are intended to be more engaging, whereas like the theater mode, it's for the hangout, right? And I also want to say because obviously I know that like. We all have a tendency to like talk over you sometimes, but like there was a moment from, and this is like cherry picking a little bit, but there was like a moment from yesterday's VOD where like, gosh, I don't know what it was. It was like you were asking a question about landscapes or something like that, and it just kind of like went nowhere. And I want to point out that like you are valuable to the conversation period, but that was essentially the equivalent of like me and Adrian having a conversation and then you walked up, said one thing, and then left.
I know also like something I think happened in one of the moments where I asked the question and I think something disconnected for you and so you suddenly got dragged in that direction, but it's like unfortunate timing in some kind of ways, but I'm definitely going to see whether or not like, if there's moments where I don't engage, like I could just have something casually in the back as well, and it won't be as bad because I was just contemplating. Because like if you wanted to,
because it's 3 hours, right? And it's like if you wanted to have. I don't know, because obviously this is entirely your prerogative, but if you wanted to have something like, I don't know, like playing Genshin in the corner or something like that, because it's like you have all this like space that you could be using on your screen where it's like, this is what I'm actually playing and then this is what we're all participating in. Like you can do whatever. It's just the point of me bringing this up, I guess, is just that like, you had this like long conversation with Silveroon about how it's like, I just don't like, it's just not as engaging. And it's like, you gotta tell me this, Saba. I do care.
No, I know. But I just figured I could probably figure something out because it's genuinely not because of you that it's not engaging. It's more like
I know, it's the format. It's the format. I understand.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I should be able to just figure something out, and I feel like we should be fine.
I
appreciate
genuinely, if I could be so bold to say, if you want to be more engaged, not only with stream, but also with conversation, put more banter topics in.
I know that's a difficult
that's
thing.
Straight
for me,
up
I guess,
probably
but,
like a really low level way that you can like be more engaged. Now obviously you have like a clan of simps that are there to like talk to you as soon as you turn stream on, but at the same time it's like, I'm just saying, if you wanted to participate more, it doesn't even need to be like an, oh, I did this week. Like, you can just put in stuff in there. Like, remember when we were doing, I mean, you might not necessarily have liked it as much, but like, you know, we used to have conversations, like, not deep conversations, because I know sometimes those get like weird and political or whatever, but like, we used to have like more profound discussions, typically on Sundays, but clearly, based on how irreverent Adrian and Grant can be, you can bring up hypotheticals and stuff too, you know? I'm just saying.
I know it's just a less I'm less skilled at sometimes the art of talking, and sometimes I blank out. So I do need to, like, I keep on telling myself if I accidentally think of something that's kind of weird to just include it, because like why
that's
not?
What I do. That's why I have so many banter topics in there. Yeah.
You clearly have a better knack of finding them than I do. Sometimes maybe I think of something and I just forget about it, or I don't actually think, oh, this is something to bring up on stream. So it usually doesn't end up going anywhere, because I do feel bad. I know, put a lot of stuff in banter topics, and I'm like, oh, okay.
The only thing I'll say,
like I should be talking
and we can like wrap this up, since obviously we're like over stream at this point, but I know that there was a historical precedent for me shooting down some of your banter topics. I will admit I did do that. Not for bad reasons, though. Just if you are going to do this, and I encourage you to like double down on like putting banter topics in there, don't have what's your favorite smoothie flavor.
I understand. There's
have anything with any texture to it, you know?
I understand your dislike of smoothies. It's okay.
It's not the smoothies. It's what the smoothie represents. It's a vapid conversation to have of like, well, what's your favorite color? And like, that could be fun because it's like, sorry. So the difference is, instead of what's your favorite smoothie, the better, more interesting question for like content purposes is what's the best smoothie? Because then we can start arguing and discussing, right? Whereas what's your favorite is just conversation, you know, which is fine, but like that's how you get the engagement or whatever. And like, I don't know, if you find more like personality quizzes or like anything else like that you want to do, once again, like that's something super, like the thing that Adrian brought up yesterday is obviously like really keen since we're all gamers or whatever. But like, if you find something of that ilk, go for it. I'm just saying there's other things that you could be doing ahead of straight up disengaging from stream by playing a second game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I have to figure it out, because I told myself too, I'm like, I can't actually play anything that requires me to put too much effort in it, because that made, like you said, actually disengage me like fully, and I don't want to do that.
So, the whole point of us doing this is to hang out. You decided to start streaming, and that's totally fine, because that's totally within your like purview or whatever. But the last thing I would want is for you to like stop coming to Saturday streams because you would rather just be doing like Harvest Moon or whatever and talking with Mike.
No, yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I definitely would not be doing that. No. I would still, yeah. You don't have to worry about that.
All right, lovely. All right, so we'll call that a stream. We'll finish this. I don't know. I think based on, because once again, I think we're really close, but I think if you're insistent on getting the mementos, because I think the mementos are in order of when you could find them, I think is like what that is. So if you wanted to next week, not only could we finish the game, we could also try to get all the mementos and stuff for you, but I highly doubt it's going to take us 3 hours to do that. So we'll probably end up doing the intro to Lorelei and the Laser Eyes next Sunday as well. And we'll just go... Well, actually, no. Actually, sorry. We won't be doing any of this next Sunday, because next Sunday is listed retail price. Totally forgot about that. So, yeah. So we're actually going to take 2 weeks to fucking finish this game.
Yep.
All
It's
right.
okay. We'll definitely remember where we were.
When did I say listed retail price starts?
I don't know. I should check that though.
Listed
That's
retail
probably
price
fine.
starts at 4 p.m. E, so it's 1 p.m. for you guys, and I have no idea.
It's like
So
a
yeah,
normal
it's
Sunday.
like a little earlier than normal for like stream time, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
All right, lovely.
Okay.
Goodbye, Saba. Have a good rest of your Sunday.
Bye bye. You too.